What's going on, everybody? Super Saiyan Polar back again with another Dragon Ball Super video. This is another update on Chapter 63, which has been officially released, English translated and all, so make sure you guys go check it out. Link will be in the description. But today we're going to be breaking down what we had been spoiled to in Chapter 63 leaks, as well as what is going to be coming in the further chapters, which are kind of predictable at this point, but let's just state out the obvious and see where we can go from here. So make sure you guys smash that like button, make sure you guys subscribe, hit that bell icon to stay up to date with everything Dragon Ball Super related. Anyway, like we all expected, this arc, or this part of the episode worked exactly as expected. We saw that Merus has joined the battlefield. He has gone on the offensive to fight Moro. He did end up destroying most of Moro's abilities and smashing all of the gems across his body, whether it be on his hands, all the way up to the one on his forehead. And while they were doing this, Dende healed up Goku, who instantly went back to the battle and then went Ultra Instinct Sign, or Ultra Instinct Omen, and couldn't even land a hit on Moro. He basically got mopped right to the floor, and everyone else saw that. But Merus pointed out the fact that he has been training Goku this entire time, and that his body has reached a new level of strength, and if he went Ultra Instinct to its fullest potential right now, it's going to be something incredible, and that no enemy would ever be able to take him on, and that he'd be able to protect this universe, which is why Merus decides to go on the full powered state and then attack Moro and fade away. Yes, he does in fact fade away, and Whis and Beerus kind of saw this being one of the scenarios that play out, so it's kind of interesting to see them not only show up to Earth, then they were going to go ahead to Bulma's, but then when they saw Goku head right back to battle, Merus powering up against Moro, they V-lined it right back, and then all of a sudden, what you see is that Merus is fading away, and that they have to explain this to the Grand Priest. So what he decided to do this for is because of the fact that Ultra Instinct, when it's in its mastered state, is going to be something revolutionary. It's going to be something that can protect this universe from even the strongest foe, such as Moro. And once you see the final panel here, even after it all, Goku just standing there with a ripped shirt, looking like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan in the Cell arc, about to power up into something much more in order to defeat Moro. If you guys ever watched Yu Yu Hakusho, this is kind of similar to when Toguro swipes Kuwabara in the stomach and fakes his death to get Yusuke to power up to its fullest. I know that might sound like gibberish to anyone that never watched that show, but it had heavy influence from Dragon Ball, if you guys ever knew that. But this is the vibe I'm getting here. Yes, Moro did try to absorb Merus's power, but he failed, as that's when he started powering up and pulled out the Angel Staff. But other than all of that, we can kind of see that Ultra Instinct in its master state is going to be one of the things that happen. But after that, what exactly goes on? Because are they going to take out Moro right here and now? Is this enough to defeat Moro? And if you guys paid attention, when he went full power, Merus that is, he was able to make a huge power gap between him and Moro. Like, it was undeniable that these angels are much stronger than everyone else, and before it almost seemed like the gap was being closed in. Like, maybe if, let's say, Super Saiyan God was like a 11, and then you had Super Saiyan Blue as a 12, and then maybe Beerus as a 13, like, let's say that on the scaling, and then maybe one notch or two notches above would be Whis. This kind of made that even bigger, because with how easily he defeated Moro, and Moro being this much stronger than Ultra Instinct, how strong is Moro really compared to Beerus, and then even to that of the angels if Goku was at the 80%? When you do all this math, it's absolutely crazy to see how this works out, but it just looks like it gave another invisible buff to the angels and how powerful they really are. But like I said, if this was all Merus's point to train him, that leads a lot of other things into question, like who freed Moro and all of these other things. That's how that makes these theories get more gas to them, because it's like all of this just seemed like one big training exercise for Goku. And remember, this is just Dragon Ball returning. When Dragon Ball returns, either they're going to recap the Broly arc, put in some filler, then they go straight to this one, and they're giving Goku this much power this early on. This should be the end-all be-all of things, but they're giving him this much power. That's what I'm afraid of, because how do you top Mastered Ultra Instinct and all of the hype that's like surrounded, especially with them just leaving it off for these years, and then you're gonna have to create another form? I mean, I feel like they've abused Super Saiyan Blue, and now they're going to Ultra Instinct with all of the hype, which I mean, yes, it has amounted to something with that being the final moments of the Jiren battle, but after that, if we're just gonna have to tap into Ultra Instinct in its master state for every fight after with how much hype is behind it, how does that really work out for an entertainment factor? Because, I mean, it is literally plot armor in a fighting device. That's why Super Saiyan in itself was why it was amazing, because you weren't exactly this impenetrable to everything. You were just in a heightened state. This one almost gives him like that Superman effect where it's just kind of boring in his fights, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know all of these informations and facts, and I'm hoping to see what you guys have to say in the comment section below. I want to see your craziest theories and what you guys think may happen because of this. Do you guys see an issue with the power creep of Mastered Ultra Instinct, and does it make sense for Goku to be the one to do it again? Because I like the fact that yes, they're paying attention to some stuff here with Goku training in the hyperbolic time chamber and trying to train him up, but the same thing happened for Vegeta on the other side with him trying to train and him not unlocking this Ultra Instinct ability, and this is just pushing the gap between him and Goku even further. I mean, now it's as if it went from the Goku and Vegeta show in Dragon Ball Super straight up to just Goku, you know, that like they kind of abandoned the cast until the Tournament of Power, then they came back, and now it seems as though they're ditching everyone, then they're ditching even Vegeta, even though they gave him a fake hype moment, and now we're running with Goku yet again. That for me hasn't always been the best case. That's why I'm looking forward into the future here, because how does that affect the show? When Goku was just the only one at the strongest level, that's boring when you don't have a rival at the top with you. That's what they kind of understood here with Goku and Vegeta being a huge dynamic in the entirety of Dragon Ball Super. It was like the Mario and Luigi effect, but going further, Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku versus any foe with this type of hype and an angel dying for it, that's pretty crazy. He put his life on the line to make sure that he gets this form to be the end-all be-all. But then how does that make fights in the future play off? You would just have to take Goku out of the equation to make them fair or entertaining at that point, because if we see Ultra Instinct fight Moro right now, I'm pretty sure you got to make it as entertaining as possible and show some things that we haven't seen. But then how many times can you play the effect of him dodging someone over and over at high speed? And really make that energetic and hype? You would really have to go balls to the wall with the animation if you're animating that in the show. But in manga panels, I don't think that would be the greatest things ever, because just like split seconds, and how much can you really stretch that idea, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, Mastered Ultra Instinct, an angel dying, it seemed as though he planned this, but let's see other theories that may appear, such as people saying Merus did all of this and orchestrated this whole thing just to get Goku to go Ultra Instinct. We did see that false moment of Moro maybe being able to swipe at Merus's neck, so that's why all theories aren't crazy, because they do put building blocks here into the story and they kind of follow up on them. So him trying to grab his neck was totally plausible, and it did happen, but it didn't go as expected, and that was a really cool kind of gasp moment. But I can't wait to see that animated. And then moving further along, exactly what are they going to do in the future after like this whole fight's over? I mean, going back to the theories as well, if they did plan this all along, do you see Whis and Beerus reversing time maybe and having to explain that to the Grand Priest? Because there was a panel where they said they're gonna have to explain this to the Grand Priest. Are they gonna have to explain them going back in time to save Merus in that case, if anything? Or are they just gonna let him be and say, oops, we left him unsupervised and he got himself killed by his own arrogance, defying the law and everything like that? But even Whis had said that he was an awkward brother, which is kind of funny because Whis is already an awkward person to begin with. Ever since he arrived on the scene in 2013, he's been very awkward. So it's kind of funny to see that, and if they're just trying to play it off as if they're not gonna revive him, do you guys actually think, since Merus is technically quote-unquote dead, do you see them reviving him in some way, shape, or form, either by reversing time, using the Super Dragon Balls, if anything, to defy everything? And will that allow them to do things that weren't possible before, like messing with the angels and their orders? So I want to see how that plays out. We haven't seen the Super Dragon Balls shown in this particular arc, even though in every major arc of Dragon Ball Super they were used. So especially the ones that were exclusive to Dragon Ball Super. So hopefully we get to find out more about this and some of these things coming to fruition. Like I said, make sure you guys smash that like button, make sure you guys subscribe, hit that bell icon. I will be seeing you guys next time. All right, take care, peace.